know what? Fuck it. Did you guys? So Emily, did you see all 6 episodes of the Q documentary?
No, I know how angry it's going to make me, so I'm sort of holding off on it.
It's like I don't think it'll make you angry. Because at one point it's so laughable. It's just that's the word. It's just so laughable. And I think the one guy. Did you see any of it, Emily?
No, and I think here's the thing for me is that's something I could maybe enjoy like 10 years from now.
Oh, I got
But
you.
like I can watch like the conspiracy stuff about like the flat earth people because they're just a big joke. Whereas QAnon, like a lot of those people are the same people who are like at the Capitol riots.
Literally. No. Like
Yeah.
literally.
Like they are those people. Like it's
Like
the same people.
it's in the documentary. Like
Yeah, and so that I'm like, I don't know if I want to be like, look at those nut jobs, because I think it's just gonna like it's just so upsetting.
Was Alex Jones in it?
I don't know who Alex Jones is.
Oh, he's this crazy radical.
Oh, you definitely
guy.
know who Alex Jones is.
He's this
Maybe I
crazy
gotta
guy.
see his face.
He's on cocaine and he should be on WWE instead of doing politics. He's crazy.
But the documentary was good. Like it was very interesting and like really no spoilers, but they believe that the people behind Q are the people behind the website. And the people, if you believe that or not, because they obviously never come out and admit it, but the guy who did the documentary is like kind of part of the show. And you show him like investigating and interviewing. Like, so that's what he believes. Like, that's what he believes. And they were at the rally on January 6th, the storming of the Capitol. So it's all like it's all related, and it really shows. It shows like just how I don't want to offend anybody, but like how just blinded some of these people were. Like they just believed like that one thing. Like even though I feel it's ridiculous, like I'll still listen and say, oh, maybe it is true, or maybe like I'll look into it and I'll consider that option. Like these people just had like blinders on about like everything, and it was ridiculous. And it also made me realize that like the internet really sucks sometimes. Like it's a terrible place, man. And like the guy who like created the website 8chan, he eventually like sold and got rid of it and like became a proponent against it, saying it had to be regulated. And, like freedom of speech doesn't mean like you can incite riots and etc. So like the guy who created it was actually the one saying like it's got to end, like because he sold it or whatever. And he basically said the internet is real life. Like he used to like divide the two. Like there's like shit you talk about on the internet and there's real life. And then he realized the shit he did on the internet became real life because like one of the people sued him. And like he had to like leave the Philippines where he was because the Philippines like hold liable way more serious than like we do in America. You know, like if I write some nasty shit about you, Mike, like you can sue me and like I'll have to like pay you money. But like in the Philippines, it's like a minimum 6-year prison sentence.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like if I'm like Michael Pappas, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and like not even like that serious of shit, like I just straight up insult you, like 6 years in prison maybe.
What?
Crazy, yeah. That's at least that's what the documentary. Again, I'm not an expert in Filipino law. However, that's exactly what the documentary tells you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I highly recommend it, as long as you like don't believe it. It's a good documentary.
I'll watch it.
What else did we have to talk about? Oh, I saw the that Mortal Kombat. This might bore you, Emily. I saw that Mortal Kombat movie, Michael.
Yeah. So, isn't that a great way to warm up to like a new reboot?
Yeah, it got a little. It could have been like 20 minutes shorter. And I didn't know when the tournament began. Just all of a sudden, people just started fighting randomly.
Right.
But it really made me miss Johnny Cage. Like, the fact that Johnny Cage isn't going to be in the Mortal Kombat movie upsets me, because
I know.
Johnny Cage was the best part of that cartoon movie, and Johnny Cage was the best part of the original movie.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that confuses me, because the audience relates the most to him. Like, we're going in, he's the realist, and he's like, yeah, well, like, the joke, the play on that, like, he thinks he's filming a movie in the cartoon, but like in the old movie, he was like, this can't be real. Like, that's not really a reptile. Like,
Yeah,
you don't really,
He represented America's view of this.
Yeah, exactly. And like, now that's gone, and you have some other guy that has like a Mortal Kombat like tattoo mark on him that's not really relatable. I don't know yet, but I'm assuming.
Well, we don't know. We'll see.
Unless he turns out to be Johnny Cage in the end.
Maybe.
Maybe, but he doesn't look like Johnny Cage. Like, Johnny Cage like looks like Johnny, but like bigger. Kind of.
What do you mean bigger?
Like, you have muscles, but like Johnny Cage is like, you're like muscular, but Johnny Cage is like buff. There's a difference. I'm sorry. Maybe because it's a larger than life video game character that like rips people's spines out of their throat. But
I was gonna say, I thought you were. That's fine. Okay, yeah. But like the actor who played Johnny Cage in the original movie, like, I would rip him in half.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
But I loved him. I was very disappointed he didn't do more movies. I actually really liked him.
What was that guy's name?
I don't know.
Was that D.B. Sweeney?
No.
Oh.
Emily, are you gonna watch this movie?
Lyndon Ashby, is that his name?
Shut it! You really pulled that out of your tookus?
See that? That's my girl.
That's him, right? That's the name?
I don't know.
I think she's right.
But I'm impressed that you even came up with that word. Ashby.
Dude, I saw a fucking Mortal Kombat movie a lot.
Robin Shou is the man as Liu Kang. I loved him as a kid.
Yeah, he did a good job. So Emily, you're into Mortal Kombat? You're gonna watch this movie?
I'm gonna watch the movie. Of course I want to watch it. It's a Mortal Kombat movie.
See?
This is why I love Emily.
a
I can never figure her out.
Blood knife, and somebody gets stabbed with it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So did you see the cartoon movie?
No, I don't care about that. I like the original movie. It's the best theme song of all time.
Yes.
I like the original video game.
I know.
Or maybe like the original 3 video games.
The original 3.
Fight! Get over here!
Yes, agreed.
And then I've watched the second movie, which was terrible.
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 I think I watched like one episode of the TV show.
Yeah,
there was a TV show?
I
on
didn't
like
even.
Spike TV or something like that.
I don't even remember that.
I had no idea there was a television
Maybe it was
show.
only a web series. There was something that they did.
Oh, I remember the web series.
I think there was. Oh, it was a web series, Mortal Kombat Legacy.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like a fan film that someone was trying to get hired to do the movie.
I mean, it goes about like that.
It was, yeah. But they called it semi-indie or something.
No, but I'm looking forward to it. And although we don't have Johnny Cage, and what's that guy's name? Cole?
Yeah.
So
Cole
I'm actually,
Young.
yeah. So I'm glad that we're not seeing the film through Liu Kang's eyes anymore, because like we've already seen the film through Liu Kang's eyes. So I'm glad it's like a new character, because like if we went through Liu Kang's journey again, it would have been like kind of repetitive.
Yeah. And the cartoon is Scorpion's journey.
Right, through Scorpion's perspective.
Which I love.
And he's like the hero.
Yeah. And if canon serves me right, Sub-Zero does die, and his brother comes back in the second tournament that happens right away. And I'm wondering if Cole Young is part of Bihan is Sub-Zero's real name, if it's part of his clan, which is not the Shirai Ryu is Hanzo Hasashi, which is Scorpion, is whatever Sub-Zero's clan is. I wonder if he's like blood related to Sub-Zero somehow. I don't know, or blood related to Scorpion and his clan, something. But like, I love to geek out on that shit.
Yeah, and what is it, April 23rd or something like that?
26.
26? Oh, I think that's the same day as the draft.
Oh, that's not good.
No,
Let's
I
see.
mean, I'll watch that movie before the draft. Draft is like 8 or 9 o'clock.
No, it wouldn't. You're right. It is the 23rd. It wouldn't come out on a Monday. It's got to be the 23rd, which is a Friday. So, yeah.
What else? All right, cool. So we're excited about that one. You know what I'm not excited about?
What?
Oh, I just lost it. Hold on. Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
So,
I was going to talk to you about that. I forgot.
So Emily is excited that Phoebe Walker-Bridge is in it. She was L7?
Yes.
All right. So she has a cool voice. We'll see if she's a good actress now in person.
She is.
What else has she been in?
Fleabag is their big one.
I didn't see that.
Which was made in a TV show. It started as a live show, which I actually saw because she brought it back to New York like after the TV show. It's great. She's fantastic.
All right, cool. I can't get excited about this movie, dudes. And like, I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan. Like, it's the reason I became a history teacher. I wanted to like find shit and like kiss girls and whip bad guys. Like, Indiana Jones was a role model for me, like an attainable role model, like something I could do. Like, I can wear a hat, I can learn to use a whip, I can dig shit up and become smart in history. Like, that was an attainable goal, you know?
Yeah.
And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I love Indiana Jones more than most people do. And I can't get excited about this movie because he's 80 fucking years old. Like, what are we doing?
I think they should retcon the fourth one. Like, that didn't happen, Crystal Skull. And then just do whatever this is. And hopefully it's good.
I mean, look. I like James Mangold. I think he's a good director. Logan was great. But I don't want an old man Indiana Jones movie. And I also don't want another, like the fourth movie when you have, like, Shia LaBeouf there being like, hey, he's going to be the new Indy, but he fucking sucks. Like, that's not fun either. Like, neither option there is fun.
No good.
Like, I don't know what so we're all on the same page. Like, how do you make this movie good?
Yeah, like I hope they find a way. I hope it's enjoyable, but
Also, we already got, like, the old Indiana Jones jokes in Crystal Skull, which is also why I say retcon it. Like, how many times is he going to go, ow, my back hurts, or, like, get, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, we had that arthritis Indiana Jones already. We don't need another one.
Right,
like,
there's
a good ending for him. He and Marion get married, and it's nice, and that's the end of that character.
I know, but then, like, I don't know. So Mike said it best. Like, you already had the I'm too old for this shit Indiana Jones, right? And then Shia LaBeouf was supposed to kind of, like, you know, that's his son, take on the mantle. It showed in the movie that he was extremely bright as well and read a lot, and he was tutored through one of, you know, John Hurt, whatever role he played in Indiana's life. But, you know, so he's mentored. So they set all that groundwork, all those railroads for Shia LaBeouf to, like, be the next Indiana Jones. He was actually, and still might be, good friends with Steven Spielberg. Like, people don't know that. Shia and Steven Spielberg, like, fucking used to hang out together and, like, play video games. I swear to God. But then Shia LaBeouf fucking decided to, like, beat women and be a bad person. So, like, that's over, you know? So then, like, what do we do? Like, I can't have another I'm too old for this shit Indiana Jones, because I'm going to be looking at this movie and not thinking, aren't you a little too old for this? To, like, more like you might die. Like, stop it. Like those last images of what is it, Prince Albert?
Philip.
Prince Albert is a whole different thing. Sorry. Which I don't have, nor will I ever. Yeah, Prince Philip, like, when they showed pictures of him, like, right before he died, like, that's how I'm going to feel, like, if I'm watching an 80-year-old Harrison Ford.
I mean, it doesn't help that it's been about 3 decades since Harrison Ford was in a movie that he seemed to give even the smallest shit about.
Right. I thought he did really well in The Force Awakens.
I think he did too, but I think even there is a little bit of, and it works a little better for Han, which is just like him.
I don't give a shit.
Like, yeah, he just does.
Yeah. So it's gonna be tough. Look, I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see it in a movie theater because I respect the brand, you know. But they better find like someone to pass the torch to. And go ahead, because we're on the same page. You ask it.
No, I was gonna say, is George involved at all?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He was
Well,
involved.
he'll always be an executive producer because it's his character. But I mean, if he's gonna be on set, I don't know. But you ready for this? This is where I thought you were going with it, Mike. What if Phoebe Waller-Bridge is the next Indiana Jones?
I'm fine. Like, here's the thing: is that's fine, but also I don't need another Indiana Jones.
No, but I think they want to franchise it like 007. But instead of but someone said, I think it was Spielberg said, no one will ever play Indiana Jones but Harrison Ford. But they're going to keep making the movies. So that means we're passing the fedora to someone else. Is Phoebe getting the fedora? I'm okay with it. Obviously, you two are okay with it. What the fuck will the internet happen? What will the internet be like if that happens?
I mean,
because don't forget, these are similar fan bases.
It's going to be the same way it was with Star Wars. It's going to be the same way it was with the Ghostbusters movie. It's going to be people being miserable little piss babies, but like that's going to happen no matter what. And you have to just be like, you know what? We don't give a shit. We're making this movie. It's going to make a ton of money because it's Indiana Jones, and go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
I want to be the next Indiana Jones. I'm going to write him a postcard.
All right.
Hey. Yeah, so I'm excited and not at the same time. What's up, buddy?
No, I'm going to digress. I want to finish this before I do that.
Yeah.
So, Disney made real lightsabers.
Well,